Hey guys, good evening. Welcome to my exciting channel. We're discussing Mandela effects of the like. Thank you for joining in. Welcome all Mandela effectians. So tonight we have a really interesting show. We got brand new huge Mandela effect with Mad Dog Murdock from the A-Team is now Howling Mad Murdock. This was originally presented by Moneybag73. So huge shout out, brother. And hang on, let me present my screen so you guys can see. Okay, and I'm joined also by Teresa, Gloria, and Charles. Hey guys, what's going on?
Hey guys, hi there, everyone.
Welcome to the party.
Heaven, yeah.
This is the Mandela effect that never ends. Yes, it goes on and on, my friends. Oh man. So who wants to talk about Howling Mad Murdock versus who wants to talk about this one? I find what's interesting is it's played by Dwight Schultz, which is closely related to Charles Schultz, and it's spelled with a TZ, just how we remember Charles Schultz. That's kind of weird too. And that name, the Howling Mad, changed.
That's my name. Don't worry about it.
But I'm about to show you guys some residue here. Teresa, how do you find this stuff?
Hard work and determination and perseverance.
And positive influences from good friends.
And positive, yes. I have a guardian angel who guides me.
That sounds true. That's really
I'm gonna call her Residue Rosie.
Welcome to the Twilight Zone.
She's my residue angel.
Every time I hear their name Rosie, it reminds me of the Jetsons.
Yeah.
Hey, look at this Mad Dog Murdock right here from the A-Team, right?
Another member.
These are posable action figures. And look, A-Team Day. Dwight Schultz, who plays Mad Dog Murdock on A-Team television show, signs autographs. Prize drawings for contributors. Music by Bainbridge Brass A-Team Quintet. Look at that. You can call for information. Huh? Oh, look.
That's excellent.
Nice.
Mad Dog Murdock from the old TV show, The A-Team. He doesn't think before he runs head first into a wall chasing a toy or leaping down an entire flight of stairs. He's energetic. Gotta love that guy because they named him after Mad Dog Murdock from the A-Team.
2012. Oh. Another 12.
Look at this. July 30th, 2016. Boom, boom, Murdock from the A-Team at Texas Comic-Con. Look at that. Come on.
Did you show the one with the guy met him with the picture?
Yeah, the guy met him on Facebook, Brandon Oliver.
Yeah, look at that. He even says who he is.
Huh.
It's kind of funny, but wasn't the old West version of Biff Mad Dog Tannen?
Yes. I think that's where they got it. Well, yeah, maybe that's where they got it from.
It's possible. Maybe it could be a reference to Mad Dog Murdock.
Yeah, that's what. Yes, I agree with you, Brian, on that one.
And here's something interesting else from the A-Team. Now, Gloria, you said you've watched the A-Team. You were researching Mr. T's Pity the Fool.
Yeah, it was about about a year ago. I just typed his name in to see, his famous line. And I remember a year ago when I read about it, they said that he never said that line on the show. So I don't know if it flip-flopped. I don't know if he does now. I don't know, but I know about a year ago. And I don't know if anyone did a Mandela Effect video on it back then, but yeah, they said he never said that.
Well, I remember growing up watching Pee-wee's Big Adventure, and I probably watched that thing 40,000 times until my mother got tired of renting it from the library. But
I remember the A-Team.
I pity the poor fool who doesn't eat my cereal. He was talking about Mr. T's
You
cereal.
remember the name of the trucker? Was it Mar? Sergeant Mar?
You mean the truck driver lady?
Yeah. Remember she turned into that monster?
Yeah, that was the scariest face.
I know that. Oh my god, I think it's like intense. Like that'll give you nightmares.
Yeah, I would have to research it again to see, because a lot of things do flip flop. But I remember my son. We both looked it up, and we were like, "Wow, he never said that." Just like with Lucy, you have some explaining to do. That they said that never existed, and that's
there's
ridiculous.
residue for that. There's residue for that, right, Teresa?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure I can find it.
But you know what? It might flip flop, just like Houston. We have a problem. The way that flip flop. Things do. Kind of weird.
Listen to Mr. T's "Pity the Fool." This is from Rocky 3.
And I would destroy any man, but I pity the fool. And I would destroy any man who tries to take what I got. What's your prediction for the?
But I pity the fool there.
But that was his line. That was his line on everything. On commercials that he did, on the A-Team. And no, they said it wasn't. So.
Yeah, and he was known for his bling bling.
Right. And he doesn't have as much bling. And you know what's really weird too? I don't remember him looking. To me, he looks really different. Like I was looking at photos of him when I was looking like a year ago from him on the A-Team, and to me, he looks a lot smaller. And he didn't have as much jewelry on as he normally wore. I don't know. He just looked completely different to me. So I haven't looked him up.
All right. Well, Teresa found some residue for Jaws here. But we're on to the next. This is residue from "We're Gonna Need a Bigger Boat." I don't know how you find this stuff, Teresa. Like I said, it's
Rosie, my guardian angel.
This one is a weird one, Brian, because a lot of people remember different things with this one.
Yeah, some people remember, the line being "You're gonna need a bigger boat," but we remember.
Oh no, I thought you meant the logo with the bite taken out of the letter.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna show that one too. What letter do you guys think the bite was taken of? I want to hear from the audience. Tell us what letter, the Jaws letter, that was bitten out of from Jaws.
This has got to be for older people, Brian, that remember the 70s.
Well,
people who are like in the 40s and 50s.
I'm from that mid generation where my parents they used to watch this movie all the time, so that would be like probably 70s and 80s kids.
I just looked up Yumanji's newest video, and I just got a kick out of the title. It says Mandela effect impossible. Kristen Dunst never existed in this hell.
What? Who?
Kristen Dunst. Christian Drust. It's Durst. Drust never exists in this hell. Yeah, I was gonna share it right now to the group, but it looks interesting.
We're gonna need a bigger boat.
Yeah, definitely.
There you have it. So I want to hear from the chat. Let me go check on the chat really quick. Let's see. Who remembers what? I want to know. Who remembers the Jaws being on what letter? Let's find out. And we'll do some shout outs too along the way. Heck, we might even do a cold call if it's still early enough. All right.
Okay.
Large Marge. Yes, that was her name. Thank you, Salted Cedar.
Oh, did you see what Adam of Christ just wrote in the chat, which is interesting?
What's up? What's up, Glow?
You talking to me, Brian?
Yeah, I'm talking to you. You talking to me? You talking to me?
I said Adam of Christ just posted something really interesting in the chat. Said that he had an action figure doll, and he would of Mr. T, and would pull the string, and it would say.
Oh my gosh! Okay. Wow.
That's really cool.
Okay, so do you remember from the A-Team him saying "I pity the poor fool"? Do you guys remember that?
Well, that's what he said. He said the doll was from the A-Team.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
And they said he never said it on there.
That's So the doll's from the A team, and when he pulled the string, it said I pitied a fool. That's kind of cool.
So you want to talk about our synchronicity? About Pee-wee's Big Adventure?
That is so weird. Brian, I was looking that up about 2 days ago. I was like, Pee-wee's Playhouse and Pee-wee's Big Adventure. I wanted to see if something changed with him for some reason. I don't know why, and then you just did the same thing. I thought that was kind of weird. And that happened to me and Teresa too the other day, didn't it, Teresa?
Yeah.
I was looking up something. I don't remember what it was, and then you sent it to me. I was like, oh my God, I was just looking this up.
Oh my gosh, I can't remember what it was about.
And you're like, how did you know? Did you just read my mind? I was like, oh wow, I can't remember what it was. Yeah,
It was the day that I went to the library, remember?
Yeah, I just don't remember what it was, and I asked you about it. You're like, oh my God.
Yeah, y'all see Adam for Christ.
Did it have to do with Susie? Susie, remember we were talking about Susie that day?
No, it wasn't the Susie Orman thing. It was something. It was that day, yeah, but I don't remember what it was. And
That's bizarre.
And you're like, I was just gonna send you the same thing. I was like, wow, that's so weird.
Hey, Sharon, wait, hang on. We have a Sharon McDonald, y'all, in the chat. I've got to ask her about McDonald's or McDonald's. What does she remember?
Okay, cool.
Hey, Sharon, what do you remember? Is it McDonald's or McDonald's? Like, seriously, help us out here. I'm totally...
Welcome, Sharon.
Because why would they call it a Big Mac if it was McDonald's? I asked, I was at the cash register paying for my McDonald's bill or McDonald's bill, whichever one it is. And I think they had a confused look on their face.
You just reminded me of Pulp Fiction when he was explaining how it's called a Royale with cheese over there.
That's nice.
You know, the next time you should call McDonald's.
hey, yeah, they're open 24 hours.
Adam had a pretty interesting comment. It says, I had an action figure of Mr. T as his character from 18 with a pull string and line from the show. One of the things he said was, I pity the poor fool. I pity the poor fool. I remember that. That's interesting.
Yeah, we have people that say it. I know the movie, he said we would need a bigger boat. Great finds. And then the movie I watched over and over.
Well, Sharon, let us know what you think about McDonald's or McDonald's. I'm curious about that one, since your name is McDonald. Okay, so the next thing. Okay, we got some more residue from Jaws. We're gonna need a bigger boat.
Sharon, where's Ozzy?
What was it? What did she say?
Where's Ozzy?
Oh, Ozzy.
I was talking to my voice text. Sorry.
Oh well.
I tend to.
Okay, Stephen Michael Houghton. This is a different take that I've seen before. Okay, he says I've seen 4 versions of the scene. My original, he was throwing bait out the back of the boat and had a cigar in his mouth. I remember that. He saw the shark then, without turning, says on the back of the boat and spoke to the cannon, we're going to need a bigger boat. Second, he throws the bait and sees the shark. He has no cigar or cigarette in his mouth. He still stands on the back of the boat and speaks to the cabin. You're going to need a bigger boat. Third, he sees...
Yeah, I actually remember both.
That's so weird. Okay, the
Maybe
third...
there's different versions of it, guys.
That's quite possible.
In a setting like they remade the movie, like to be able to watch the new generations to watch it. Like
yeah, that's true. The third, he sees the shark after feeding bait. He then walks calmly into the cabin, face forward, left of the screen, and says casually, "You're going to need a bigger boat."
Yeah.
Finally, and is this current reality? He says he sees the shark after feeding the bait, then backs into the cabin slowly, saying in a scared voice, "You're going to need a bigger boat."
Wow.
So he remembers. He remembers both versions.
Sharon said, "I've always known it as McDonald's, at least since 2010, because I always had to spell it out, and I would just say it like McDonald's without the S."
There you go. We're going to need a bigger boat.
Yep. There was tons of residue, Brian.
That
Oh, wait.
doesn't.
Is that who I think it is? Who is that guy?
That looks like Andrew Lincoln.
John Bray.
Huh?
The one standing in the jaws?
Yeah. Who's the one clinging onto the boat?
I don't know.
Isn't that Trump?
Oh, right. This T-shirt says you're going to need a bigger boat. That's weird.
Oh, my bad. It changed.
But
no.
But what's really weird about this eBay thing is if you look, it says "your" right here on this T-shirt, and right here.
Maybe that's why I did that, because I wanted to show you both ways.
I know, but right here where it sells the T-shirt, Jaws, we're going to need a bigger boat right there.
Then, yeah, that's happened to me where I'll find residue, Brian, and it'll change on me like in midstream. Like literally, I watch it change. That's happened to me in the last few days.
And what is this? Somebody's is this somebody's shower stall here that we're looking at, Teresa, with Jaws? What? The letters that are biting out of and stuff like that. So I'm looking at this.
The picture hanging on the wall.
Yeah. For a second there, I thought it was like the shower stall.
There was a contest years ago where these guys went and made like bricks and like Legos and stuff like that, and they were told to make different logos and pictures and everything, and I found that.
That's good residue. That's good stuff.
Brian,
you remember, and that's what I've been trying to. The bites are very hard to find. Out of all the residue I've ever hunted, that's the hardest one, and I was shocked when I found that one.
But you remember the bite being on the top of the A, which makes no sense.
I want to tell a little story. I actually remember going with my father and my mother the first day it opened. I was living near a McCoy base, which is where military people go. And I remember going with my parents and being a young child. I believe I was 12 and sitting in the front row. And I remember having the word Jaws up on the screen at the very beginning, and all of a sudden you can see the bite marks come up, like it goes crunch, crunch, and you see the letters look like they've been bitten out of. And I 100% remember that.
But you remember,
and it was like sound effects. They went just like that noise, and I remember that. And that's how I remember the logos too.
You remember which one it is? Because I remember.
Yeah, I remember seeing it. It was like a promotional thing when it started. First day, they were giving away like T-shirts and all kinds of stuff.
I could have sworn it was on the A. Is that not right?
I think it was J and A for me. For me, it was J and A.
What were you saying, Gloria?
I remember the W being bitten.
Yeah.
Let's ask the audience, Brian.
Okay, yeah, I want to pose it to the audience. What letter was actually bitten from Jaws that you guys remember?
I remember like J and A.
Do you have the poster, Brian, that you can put up?
Yeah, let's look at it.
Show the picture that I've sent you.
No, not that. Yeah, show the poster one, not the one with the.
The other one, yeah.
Yeah, the poster.
I have no picture on my phone right now, guys.
I remember the bite being on the right side of the letters.
That's so weird.
Let's ask the audience. Let's ask the members and see what they think. Where do you guys remember? For you guys that remember Jaws back in, what was it, 75, Brian? The people who were older like us, like in our 40s and 50s. Do you remember the Jaws bites? And which letters do you remember them on? Like the J, the A, the W, or the S? Anybody posting anything about it?
No, they're still talking about the bit now.
Okay.
Well, I did find something that you might see from the W side, Gloria, to support yours here.
Let me see.
Okay, look, I'll show you. Look at the W. See, the shark is like going right for the W right there.
Oh wow.
Can't see it.
You see it?
Nope. Yeah. And but
going right for the W.
The W was bit. I've never seen this posted before. That's kind of weird.
Yep. It was hard to find a lot of this residue, guys. Out of all the residue I've ever looked for, I think this is my toughest one.
Yeah, nobody can find it. Nobody can find it.
We're just trying to figure out which reality.
Big challenge, and I'll continue looking for even more residue for this one.
But the thing is,
I'm not done with Jaws yet.
The thing is,
far from it.
What's really weird is when you look at Jaws now, there's nothing bitten out. Like no letters are bit.
Because it changed.
It was either the J or the A, I thought.
That's what I thought too.
And
evidence of residue left over from multiple realities.
Yeah, but this is like one thing that you can't find residue on because a lot of people did a video on it and you can't find it.
But what little bit I found was good, right, Gloria? What I did find?
Yeah, because it's like a completely different place. Like I've never heard of it being on DA, so that's kind of weird.
Yeah. Like I said, very hard to find.
So many different realities. Like I don't know.
What I remember is that I thought the shark's mouth made the A. Like he bit the A and like.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I remember.
And it's weird, all these posters that you see on Jaws, because I just remember that one poster. I don't remember all these different ones of her on a jet ski or whatever she's on.
Oh, there's that thing that you sent me, Teresa. It's a Lego Jaws movie poster.
No, it's actually somebody doing like a like I guess it was like bricks or logos, and they were
Legos.
Going to some do you see it? And they were creating their own.
That's pretty nice.
I saw that. Yeah, that I found today.
But I'm looking at every single Jaws poster right now in this reality, and neither one of these letters are bitten out of.
Right. I got excited finding that one. That was really cool.
That's going to be the big challenge, Teresa. You got to try to find that because nobody's found that yet.
Okay,
I found that one at least. Hey guys, at least I found that one.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. The next one we're moving on to is You Like Me, You Really Like Me. And Teresa pointed me out to this video. China.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
She died too, guys. Remember that. She's passed away.
How did she spell? Wait, hang on. How did she spell her name?
Something like CHYNA or something like that. It was very different.
So it wasn't CHINA.
No, I don't remember it spelled like that.
Okay.
I remember a Y.
All right. I'm just making sure. I mean, I've heard her name.
She was a professional wrestler.
Right. She was with WWF.
She died?
Yes.
Listen to her.
She died a few years ago.
Listen to her. Listen to her talk.
And my manager, Mr. Anthony Ambozzolini, and all the fans. You like me. You really like me.
You like me. You really like me. Thank you, Teresa, for the residue.
Oh, you're welcome. I got excited when I seen that one. That one was fun to find.
Listen to this. Listen to this next one.
I guess you really like me.
You like me. You really like me. Hey, is this Big Show?
You like me. You really like me. You like me. You really like me. You really like me. You like me. You really like me. You like me. You really like me.
Is that Naked Gun?
You like me. You really like me.
Looney Tunes, Tiny Tunes.
You like me? You really like me? As a friend? You really like me? You like me? You really like me? You love me? You really love me? I guess Sally Field said, you really like me. You really like us. It is a great day. And you like me. You really like me. Please stop that. We love you. And I can't deny the fact that you
Hold on a second. Wow, that's incredible. Gerald Chung found all this stuff in 2016.
Wow.
Really
Great residue.
Good stuff right there. So we have some Smithsonian stuff to talk about from the Smithsonian. Is it Institute or Institution, guys? I think everybody knows it was Institute, not Institution. But look at all these statues. 43 giant crumbling presidential heads ended up in a Virginia field.
I think it's like President. What is it? President Park.
It's almost like a President's Easter Island. It's in Virginia.
Yeah, that was really bizarre.
I remember seeing this about a year ago.
Me too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've never heard of this before that. It's
Me
like
neither.
an island kind of thing. And it's in Virginia, which is really weird. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of creepy in a way.
It is.
I'm not gonna be surprised if those statues change too, like Mount Rushmore.
Oh wow! I want to go. Can you actually like go up inside these things? I'd be kind of scared to. But yeah, I mean,
They're gonna turn around and look at you. I see.
Anyway, that's what they look like.
Yeah, they're kind of weird.
Guys, I have Teresa.
Mandela effect about it, though.
Teresa, I've got 100% proof of Chick-fil-A with a C.
No way.
Chick-fil-A, this is high-profile Christian business leaders on Yahoo.
Wow.
With a C.
Wow.
I used to work for that company.
No way, Brian. Go, Brian.
My name tag freaking changed, okay?
That's creepy. And Brian used to work for Chick-fil-A. I'm sure Brian remembers where he worked at, right?
Yeah. So right here it says, Dan Cathy, son of Chick-fil-A founder Truett Cathy, echoed his father's belief in the traditional marriage model. And his statements served to fuel polarizing debates with the Homo sapiens, whatever. I'm not going to say it. While drawing harsh criticism from the community as well as politicians. So anyway, this article it just goes to show you how, you know, we see clear as day the residue.
That's a good find, Brian.
I know, I just stumbled upon it. I guess Teresa is rubbing off on me a little bit here.
Wow, that's really...
But she's still way better.
You can't have Rosie.
Oh my gosh! And look, James Cash Penny. It's spelled Penney. You know that's not right.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, and
I talked to a girl the other day and told me she used to work for JCPenney's many years ago, and she said that her boss, she knew JCPenney, and she remembers his name being spelled Penny.
That's interesting. Yep. Oh my goodness.
We should make a phone call to JCPenney.
Hey. Candy cupcakes, Jynx, you owe me a Coke. We both said, "Oh my goodness," at the same time.
That's funny.
Hey, Wake Up News says the Holy Spirit allows me to see through those who talk wishy-washy. LOL. Oh. Yeah, I think God has given us discernment with these effects. Really, that's what it is.
My discernment, Brian, is getting stronger with my residue hunting. I mean, the other morning I was up to like 2:30 in the morning just hunting residue, and I've never stayed up that long in a long time. Like literally 2:30.
I like Adam for Christ's statement here. Jesus still rules regardless of all these changes, and I'm going to give you a wrench for that. Thank you, Adam.
You're going to give him a wrench? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Aw.
Go, Brian.
Congratulations, Adam.
Congratulations, Adam.
Wait, Adam's got to
Yay,
join.
go Adam.
He's got to join our Facebook group. Let me get the page. Wait.
Is he in the group?
I don't know. I'm gonna send it so he can
Okay.
add him in there.
You want to mention about the group again, Brian, for anybody who's just now joining in?
We're getting applause for Adam. You like me. You really like me.
Oh gosh,
You're so weird.
I'm sorry. These shows are always fun. We have a lot of fun on our show. So we look forward to seeing everybody Friday again for our big show. This was really to get us caught up through the holiday. I had turned my back on the Mandela, and it seemed like the Mandela just smacked me on the back of the head with all these new effects. So I thank you all for coming tonight, and pleasure for you guys to drop in.
And
same with you,
and
Teresa
check out
and
my
Gloria.
group, Brian.
Charles.
Check out the group.
I just posted a link, Teresa.
Reality Residue Hunter is the name of the group on Facebook if you want to join. It's pretty simple. And, you know, we'll give you a nice, warm welcome. So thanks, guys. Have a great Mandela Effect night. God bless.
Good night.